So I keep seeing people doing these get ready with me, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So I am Bianca, aka Pinup Pixie. I'm 24 years old. I have 3 kids, 1 biological that I had with a previous partner, and 2 older stepkids. Now, I don't really touch on this topic too much because it's a really sensitive topic and it's hard to speak about, but before I went to the foster system and I lived with my parents, I actually grew up a Jehovah's Witness. So I do have 5 other brothers and sisters. I have twin sisters and 3 brothers, but one of my brothers did unfortunately pass away from brain cancer. And it is believed that I do possibly have an older half-sister. Unfortunately, no information was really given to me before I left home. All I know is that there's a possibility. And I don't know how to find somebody if I don't know if they actually exist or not. Because I did grow up my entire teen life in the foster system, a lot of people were curious if I actually knew who my parents were, who my family was. I do, however, they're not really people I want to stay connected with. However, I do wish I had more connections with my siblings. So I've had a lot of people asking me if I ever plan to have any more kids in the future just because I do have a biological daughter. The answer to that is no, I'm not biologically having any more kids. However, I do either plan to foster children when I get a little bit older, or I do plan to adopt. Another topic that I've lightly touched on is that when I was kicked out of the foster system, I was actually homeless. I did, however, have a friend who helped me get back on my feet, which I am forever grateful. So because the foster system was so quick to put me in new homes all the time, I never actually ended up graduating school. They actually did not let me, which is kind of funny. But I did end up graduating once I left the foster system, got myself back up on my feet, and I graduated when I was 20. And I was actually getting the prerequisites to become either a dental hygienist or a dental assistant, but then I started doing social media and this kind of took off. So the reason I do social media is because it's a creative outlet for me. It's fun. It's my passion. However, doing Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff, you don't actually get paid for anything you do unless you get a company that reaches out and they want you to promote their product, which does not happen for me very often. So I simply purely do it because I love it. I mean, I do other work that gets me paid, so I'm happy and I'm content, but you know, I do it because I love it. I love cooking. I did actually at one point in my life want to become a chef because I know that my biological dad was a chef, and actually in a few different foster homes, the people I lived with were chefs. So I like to think that I'm a pretty good cook. However, when it comes to baking, I don't know shit. I once made cookies and forgot to put flour in it. But cooking, I like to think I'm an okay cook. So yeah, that is a little bit about me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any questions that you have, feel free to ask.
Hi, get ready with me while I tell you facts about myself again. A couple repetitions so that we all start on the same playing field. Hi, my name is Jay Pratt. I'm 19 years old. And now, my dudes, it is time to get niche. I've been interested in makeup for a long time, but I really only decided to get good at it within the last year or so. When I was 7, I saw the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, and it freaked me out so bad that I essentially had a panic attack for 2 weeks straight, and my parents thought that I wasn't gonna be able to start school. I can't remember if what freaked me out was the cheese touch or the fact that he ate the cheese off the blacktop. Either way, I think I'm one of the only people that can proudly say their diagnoses stemmed from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. For those who ask, there's no specific name for this piercing. It's just 2 regular nostril piercings with a chain pinned between the studs. Fun fact though, these were definitely my most painful piercing. They still didn't hurt that bad at all. I got them at the same time expressly because I wanted to wear the chain. Also, the studs that I wear are actually earrings, and they're held in with earring backs because I don't want to poke myself. My only sibling is my older brother Tom. He's 22. He and I get along really well, which is nice. My family doesn't have a ton of traditions, but my favorite one that we do have is that if there is cake or pie that has been made in the house, you can eat it for breakfast until it's gone. I do my own tattoos as stick and pokes and then get them traced over by an actual artist later. Which seems really inefficient, so I'm not really sure why I do it, but here we are. The 4-foot lizard that lives in the science building at my high school, that's my fault. I will not elaborate. I recently had to get my wisdom teeth out, and I expected to say a whole bunch of incomprehensible bullshit while I was on laughing gas, but instead all I did was text my friends about how much I loved them. Bruh. These poor fucks, dude. I started making TikToks in April while I was quarantined for COVID, and yesterday I hit 250,000 followers, which is super cool. My favorite book is Bright Lights, Big City. My best friend's name is Rowley, which I realize makes the Diary of a Wimpy Kid thing worse. And he's the meanest bitch I ever met in my life. I don't listen to music very much because I have an auditory processing disorder, so I can't really hear it. I also can't hear my own voice very well, which is I think why it often sounds really different video to video. I used to struggle a lot with body image issues and like my appearance in general, and then for some reason one day I just started joking about being hot instead of joking about being ugly, and now I'm hot. Fake it till you make it, baby. The absolute pillars of my childhood were Jacksepticeye, Batman, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My favorite turtle is Michelangelo, my favorite Robin is Tim Drake. And the Ninja Turtles Batman crossover comic was so dope!
Ready with me while you get to know me. I already did my base, but I'll continue the rest with y'all. I was born in the year 2000, year of the dragon, and I'm an Aquarius. My favorite singer is Taylor Swift by far. I literally, Red Ring. When I was a kid, my walls were covered with Taylor posters like it was wallpaper. This was me at Red Tour when I was 13. My second favorite artist is BTS, and my bias is Jimin, and my bias record is RM. And some other artists I like is J. Cole, love him, Drake, Ariana Grande, Blackpink, Range. I literally did everything in the wrong order. I forgot to put my eyeshadow on. My Myers-Briggs personality type is ENFP. The campaigner. My favorite show is How I Met Your Mother, and then a close second is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm in love. I'm Team Conrad for Belly, Team Jeremiah for me. Gavin, hit me up. I think K-dramas are the best forms of television ever, and anybody who disagrees is just hating because they want to hate for fun. My favorite K-dramas are Our Beloved Summer, It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and Business Proposal. I put too much blush. People don't believe me when I say I grew up really shy, but I did, psychotically shy my entire life. And I'm still pretty shy, but I just, taught myself to not be shy. Because I had to consistently force myself out of my comfort zone all the time until I just got used to doing it. And here we are. I was bullied in high school to the point where I had to switch schools, and I was calling kids' telephone every night because I was crying myself to sleep. I love trauma dumping. But hey, I was forced to get some growth from it, and I changed a lot because of that experience. Almost finished. And the final look.
I've been meaning to do one of these get ready with me and share some facts, so here we go. So I was actually born with the name Lacey, and when I was 5 years old, I was in foster care, and the court allowed me to change my name. And so when I was 5, I actually picked my name and changed it to Emily. To backtrack a little bit, I was put in foster care when I was around 1.5 because my parents had left me and my sister home alone because they had an addiction problem, and the cops came and got us and then placed us into foster care. From there, I was in 3 different foster homes, and it was in the 3rd foster home that I was adopted. The reason I chose Emily was because in one of those abusive foster homes, they had a daughter that was older that would always take me to the park and play with me, and I just saw her as my saving grace, and I just always said I want to be just like her. I was actually born drug addicted and also with fetal alcohol syndrome, so I was told that I was going to have a lot of learning disabilities and require a lot of therapy, which I did require a lot of therapy. But when I heard that growing up, I was even more determined to go to college and get a degree, because I guess only 3% of foster kids actually get a degree. My biggest accomplishments of my life, because I was told that I couldn't do it so many times. Another fun fact is Dylan, Ella's dad, is my high school sweetheart, and we met when we were 16. An interesting fact about our journey to Ella is she's actually our rainbow baby. We had 4 miscarriages before we had her. I'll end with this one. So my lucky number has been 3 literally my whole entire life, since I can remember. Everything just happens in 3s for me. Anytime I see 3s and I'm stressed or anything, I just take it as a sign that it's exactly where I'm supposed to be. I had a scheduled C-section for Ella, and she came a week earlier. My water broke in the middle of the night. She ended up being born on 3/3 at 3:33. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I love you. Wild, right?
Girls that have red hair is because they're going through shit.
Yeah, they going through something.
The blondes are fun,
But they're toxic.
brunettes are sweet and nice and caring and loving. Red hair, they're
Just
going through shit.
Let them be
Let
themselves.
them heal. Let them heal. Black hair,
Black hair, don't fuck with them.
black